know, um, good. We got to get some guys in there we want to take a look at. Um, with everything going on this year in our contract situation for next year, a lot of these guys will become available, and we just want to get a chance to get our hands on some guys that our coaching staff work with them. Uh, we had a guy like Daryl Watkins in here that one of our last cuts last year. Want to see how he improved, where his progress was. Want to take a look at some local guys. Thing you feel bad about sometimes if a local guy goes somewhere else to start him and you had him right in your backyard, you need to take a look at him. So we always want to make sure we take care of local, look at the local guys and give them an opportunity. And just want to take a look at some guys.
How difficult is that process? Monty talked about his changes from his assistant coaches a little more hands-on, being less hands-on as a head coach, but from the GM point of view, how difficult process is that?
Oh, not at all. This is kind of how I made my way as a player. Coming to camps like this, and so I really feel for these guys because you got short opportunity to show everything that you can do. And different teams have different needs, and sometimes you don't know what they want from you. But the main thing is for me, just to see how guys react, how they play. You watch a lot of guys on film, and sometimes it's good to see them in person. And sometimes you see guys in person, but they're in certain systems. You want to see them how they play in different systems. So it's good for us to get to see these guys and also to talk to them. It's very important to us, the type of people that we bring on this team in the locker room, because they're not only representing the team, they're representing the city and our community.
Can you talk about what this exercise means in the context of currently you only have one draft pick and it's in the middle of the second round? So does that put more emphasis on finding somebody for camp?
Yeah,
something like this?
Absolutely. I mean, we're looking under every rock. We're looking for guys that can help us, and there's a possibility that these guys are better than the 45th pick in the draft. And so if they are, we want to make sure we give them that opportunity. We're not going to rest on things that we did this season. We're going to keep trying to find ways to improve the team.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about how your draft strategy has worked out in terms of is there an art or a method to mining second-round talent, if you will, and finding that guy who can?
I think you try to go for best player available. We looked at every statistic of guys that make it in the second round and what's the probability of them making it and what type of guys make it. But I don't think there's really a science to it. I think I think some of it's a little luck. I think some of it's, if the second round pick gets the opportunity to play. But, for us, we're just going to look for a best player available.
Do you have a rank list 1 through 60 or something like that, or how does that work?
Yeah, we do. We have a list, and, what we typically do, we'll list the guys by position, and then we'll list them overall. And then, right now, at this time right now, I think we only have 5 guys under contract. And so, we'll have a lot of roster spots, and we'll just look for, spots to fill.
Right now, former Hornet Pages for allegations in the finals. What's the organization and your feeling about that year as a former Hornet finally getting a chance to?
Oh, I'm happy for Peja. I've known Peja since he was 19. He and I were actually teammates. And, when we made the trade earlier in the year to Toronto, then he was able to go to Dallas. I'm happy for Peja. He's a great guy. I can't be more thrilled for him.
You're talking about local talent on this now. Hasn't been out of college for a couple of years. Why bring him back in? Maybe see some improve from year to year.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes guys, they hit their stride a little bit later. I actually watched Hasman play. He might not notice, but I actually coached at an All-American camp at Reebok at ABCD camp when he was in high school, and I really liked him then, and I always liked the way that he played and what he brought to the game. And I just want to keep an eye on him. You want to see how guys improve. You never know what's going to happen. We're not making any promises, but you want to see how guys develop. Some guys are late bloomers, some guys are early bloomers, and just want to keep an eye on them.
Is there part of you that I know you've kind of been good about looking at international talent? Some of these are Americans who play in international leagues. Do you find that players grow and mature in those leagues?
It's a different game over there, and sometimes you see guys that are really fast and athletic. They got to change their games a little bit over there, and sometimes when they come back, it helps them. And there's been a lot of players in the NBA that have made their, that's played in Europe for a year or two and come back and been successful. I think you can look around the league, and the guy that stands out is Gary Neal. He went to Europe for a couple of years. He had a phenomenal year this year with the Spurs making the All-Rookie team. But guys from Charlie Bell. It's been a number of guys that have been able to go overseas, fine-tune their game, and then come back here and make impacts.
What's the status of Malone right now, and what do you expect to hear, whether from the Lakers or the Warriors in the coming days?
I mean, I wish nothing but the best for Mike. Mike and I have a long history. We worked together years ago in New York, And right now, you know, we're just going to give him his space and, you know, let him see what's going to be the best opportunity for him. You know, we're not going to try to slow him down. He was great for us. You know, we're hoping he comes back, but if he doesn't, we understand and we'll miss him. But, you know, we're just hoping for the best for him, hoping that he finds the right situation.
What would you say the chances are of having both Carl Landry and David West on the team next year, and what would that mean for the team?
That'd be big for the team. I mean, that's the plan. You know, we want to keep those guys together. I kind of feel like that old movie, The Blues Brothers, Jake and Elroy. I'm trying to keep the band together, or get the band back together.
Dell, about how many draft workouts do you plan?
You know, right now, it's tough because when you have the 45th pick, that guy that you really want, he doesn't think he's the 45th pick. And so a lot of times you have the workouts and you schedule them and guys cancel for certain reasons, you know, that come up at the last second. So what we've done is they've had a lot of workouts this year throughout the country. Instead of bringing guys here, we went and watched them there. Like, you know, we went to Chicago, we went to Minnesota, we went to New Jersey, went to LA. You know, there's been a lot of workouts. So we've seen the pool live. And so we didn't feel like if we did bring a guy in here, we didn't feel like it was a need right now because we went to go see him in different cities.
There's been word out there that there's talks with Oklahoma City with Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook. Have you talked to anyone in Oklahoma City?
Have not. And Sam Presti and I, our offices used to be right next door to each other, and so we text each other all the time, and I can assure you that has not been a conversation.
Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, guys.
What else have